Cheers, people. How are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today an update that wasn't expecting to be this huge. I bought so many items that I thought, would I split it up into videos? On the other hand, I decided not to do this because there is a lot of more stuff coming in. So then the things will pile up what to do video wise. So I thought let's do this in one video. Anyways, over to the main course. Bought CDs, bought records. July and in my place in the city Zwolle has every Wednesday there is the Blauwvinger Dagen. And Blauwvinger is an expression which has a lot of history behind it, but most of the time we are meaning the people from Zwolle. They're called blue fingers. And that, like I said, there's a whole history behind that. If you want to know that, look it up on Google. It's probably on Wikipedia or something, so you probably will find it. Anyways, every Wednesday in July there is the Blauwvinger Dagen, and there is a fair with vendors selling antiques, records. Regular shops also have stands outside, and there is some products from the local area like beers, cheese, sausages, etc, etc. You know, the kind of deal. There's everything from that, and like I said, there are also vendors there with music. Yeah, and this every Wednesday, the first 3 Wednesdays, because you have 5 Wednesdays in July this year, so that's crazy. The first 3 I didn't go because I had to work, and the last 2 I went, and because I got a holiday, so I had the time for it. And the first day, for the 4th day, Wednesday, I was pretty easy. I only bought 4 things. The one that came the last was kind of ridiculous, and bought 6 CDs and 6 records. So I have now in total 10 CDs to talk about and 6 records. Yes, crazy. Anyways, bought some really nice deals here, really cheap, and I thought, so why not to people? And I think the most expensive thing here is 25 euros or something like that. I think 20 euros probably. Yeah. Anyways, let's start off with the CDs. The first day there was these 4, and vendor. I went to now again, but I haven't bought this time around something I bought from other vendors this time around. Anyways, you had some nice things, and you had an action. You buy 4, you get the cheapest one for free. So you have 4 things for the price of 3 CDs. So that's nice. This one was the cheapest, so this one I got for free. Ammonia versus the World. An album from 2002, and my Ammonia collection I didn't have yet, physical wise, and I thought this is a good album, so I had only 5 euros for this one, ridiculously low. The other one was 6, I think 6 or 7 or something, the other 3 each. So it's not really expensive at all. Anyways, released on Metal Blades. This is really nice CD, melodic death metal from Sweden. Everybody knows this. Viking themed stuff here. Really good album, and like I said, it's one that was missing in my collection, so I had to grab this one for sure. Of course, booklet here, well taken care of with lyrics and etc, etc. All in really nice condition, nothing wrong with the CD, so I'm really happy to have this in my collection. I can add this, so really nice, fantastic, good stuff. So happy to have this. Next one up I grabbed is a death metal album from 1998. This is Postmortem with Repulsion. This is old school death metal from Germany. a band that is still active, I think, and released a bunch of stuff. This is the original Morbid Records version, so that's really nice. German label, great death metal grindcore label. If you don't know it, check out Morbid Records. But really nice release, happy to have this one as well. I have one other Postmortem album in my collection, I think. And so, you know, let's add this one. Oh, this is kind of nasty. Here's a band picture, here are the guys. And here are some other releases on the label from them. And also some merch in here. So yeah, really happy to have this. Yeah, Postmortem with Repulsion. Another death metal album in my collection now. Next up, an album that I actually had in the past, but I got rid of it when I moved. I still had some couple of albums from Korn, but if you guys know, recently I added it again back to my collection from Korn because I like Korn. Strangely enough, yes, I bought the album Korn 3. Remember Who You Are. It's an album I had. Fantastic album, really nice special edition as well. I had the same version actually, and this comes with a bonus DVD with music videos for every song, featuring behind the scenes making of the album, etc, etc. Bonus track as well, a live version of Blind, which is phenomenal. Great album though. Not a lot of people talk about this Korn album. Most people talk about Follow the Leader or the first self-titled album, that kind of albums. This is pretty decent as well. I kind of enjoy it. Favorite tracks, probably Let the Guilt Go, because there's a dark aggression behind it. Never Around is nice. Trapped Under the Stairs I really enjoyed. Of course, the live version of Blind. You know, it's really nice. New metal album, really heavy tone as well. Let's open this one for you, and hopefully I can get this back into this shitty thing, but we'll see. With the hype sticker still on it, CD, DVD, and we have a booklet right here with, it's still intact, everything with the original pictures, etc. inside. Here is the band. 4-piece by this time, because Head was not anymore longer in the band. But fantastic album, guys. I definitely can recommend you if you haven't checked out this Korn album yet. It's pretty decent, and I definitely enjoy this one. And I'm happy to have this one back in the collection. And definitely worth owning. And of course I can put back in the fucking sleeve, because the thing is being a bitch here. The stripe, go back in. So yeah, but a really decent album, people. Go check out Remember Who You Are, Korn 3. Awesome stuff. And the last thing that's really surprising to find is a Japanese band and a Japanese pressing as well, for only €7. Ridiculously. Raging Fury with what is the album called? Grotesque, Mask, Krusher. This is thrash metal from Japan. This is their comeback album. They did one album in the 80s, I think, and split up and came back some years ago. This is a comeback album 2019. Yeah, nice fierce thrash metal, good stuff. I'm really happy to have this one. Yeah, really good stuff here. Here's the album. It was released in the 80s. And this one came even with the Obi strip, so it's really nice. It just hidden in the booklets, because this was not in a seal. I done it in a seal myself to protect the Obi. But really nice. Good stuff, people. If you haven't checked out the band and you like some thrash metal, this is definitely a band to check. good Japanese, fresh. Booklet here, very nice, as you guys can see, all band members here. And I think it's a 2-piece in this release, if I'm correct. Is there also session? There's support drummers I see, and yeah, some session members as well, some guitar solos and things like that. But yeah, really good band, people. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely can recommend you guys this band. And I think the old stuff is reissued as well, so it's really nice that there's a label again that represses all this stuff. This is done by Jackhammer Music in Japan, so it's really nice. So get a hold of it, people. Good stuff. Cheers. Next up, the stuff I bought this day when I record this. I recorded on day 5 of the thing, so if you see it later, then you know where the delay is in editing and etc. and all the videos. Anyways, first one up, Mötley Crüe, Girls Girls Girls, their 1989 album, would I say. I always liked this album. I heard this back in the day in the 90s. And when me and my pal were at someone's house, he used to babysit there sometimes, and the dad in question spun this album a lot together with AC/DC Alive. I always liked this album. I really like the title tracks, for example, fantastic tune. But never gone around to buy an album from this band. Actually, I have one album, Shout at the Devil, I think, on cassette tape. That's the only thing I have actually from Mötley Crüe, surprisingly enough. So it was about time that I got around to it. Hard rock ramblers, all hair metal, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, great bands, well-known bands, and happy to have this one in the collection. This is a reissue though, not an original press. The guy, whereas had original press, of course, but yeah. Hopefully I can get the booklet out, because it's a reissue and it's a thick booklet. Yes. Really nice, taken care of booklet here, with lyrics, of course, and some chickies in the background, and the band, of course. More lyrics, credits and other things, and here are all the reissues. And as you guys can see, I definitely need to buy some more from this band. But like I said, I don't have a lot of stuff from them, surprisingly enough. But yeah, I'm still happy to have this one, and happy I can bring back the memories from the 90s, the good times with my pal. We have a lot of fun, and yeah, this is definitely an album that belongs back in the day in my memory for that time. So Girls 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 by Mötley Crüe. Next up, a couple of 2 CDs that you think, Mark, serious? Yes. Load by Metallica. Yes, I rebought. It was only a couple of euros, so who cares. Funny enough, not so long ago I was in the mood to spin this album actually, and I don't have that often, but you know, I got rid of that album, so I thought, oh, again I have to rely on Spotify again. You know, sometimes when I'm in the mood for an album, I want to go to my CD closet or record closet and pick that album out and spin it. And that was not possible because I got rid of that album. But I got it back, finally. Not my favorite album from Metallica by any means, but I yeah, for the moment I enjoyed it at that point, so I had to rebuy this somehow. And of course I didn't want to pay the big price for it, so what way better to buy it on a CD fair for really cheap, you know. I'm not gonna pay 15 to 20 euros for this album, fuck no. I think I paid 3 or 4 euros, so that's a really nice deal, I think, and a really good condition as well. It almost looks like new. So yeah, not my favorite album by the band, but still there is some songs on this one that I like. I like 2x4 a lot. Ain't My Bitch is pretty nice. King Nothing is great. Bleeding Me I like. And that's probably my favorite tracks on this album. The second half of the album is a bit kind of a sleeper for me, actually. The album is actually just a bit too long. It's pushed almost to 80 minutes, and if you ask me, if it ends after Bleeding Me, it would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tracks. It probably would be long enough, like 40 minutes, guys. Why 30 or 40, 35 to 40 minutes? Why this album has to be 80 minutes? Yeah, stretching and stretching. And funny enough, I found Reload a bit nicer to listen to somehow. It's a bit more uplift, more faster tempo, more than this. Not that it's super bad or anything. Like I said, sometimes in the mood and for it. But it's not my favorite album for Metallica by any means. But I find it nice to have back in the collection, and also this brings back some memories to 1996 when I first had this album. Yeah, I have, of course, memories. Yeah, it's all teen years, you know, for me. Also going for the next one, and probably gonna hate me for that. Hey, here's your medal card, give it to me. Sure. Soulfly, self-titled one, special limited edition. This was a European press only. This was released in 1998. This is the first Soulfly album. The first album he did, Max Cavalera did when he left Sepultura. Funny enough, there are some tracks on here that I like. It's not, let's say this, the best album ever, but there's really nice groovy metal on here. Kind of a new metal sound here and there as well. It's an album that I have to be in the mood for. This is not an album I will put on every time, but it's for what it is, I enjoy it a bit. This has 3 bonus tracks, so that's why it's a special edition. It was only limited in Europe, and this has a special packaging, as you guys can see, the dark jewel case here. And then the regular album looks like this, and then of course a translucent jewel case. But some guest musicians as well, like Chino Moreno, etc. on this. It's a nice spin, but not the most favorite album in my collection now. But I happy to have this because this also is some youth memories, and it brings me back to that new metal period. Sometimes you have the need to go back in time, and you know this feels a nice memory. Soulfly, self-titled one. Next up, an album I have reviewed back in the day on my web scene a long time ago, probably more than almost 20 years ago when I did this. Threnody with As the Heavens Fall. I already reviewed this. I had some digital files, and I had the second album. As well. This is the band's first album. Year escaping me a bit. Please help me, jewel case. 1993. This is the first press and the only press of this. I think it's released on other format, a cassette or promo or whatever. I don't know, something in that vein. Released on Massacre Records in Germany. Dutch band, progressive death metal. A bit on the old school rougher side. Really nice album. I really enjoyed the time signatures and with time things happening, and it definitely has an old school sound to it. I really enjoy it. Yeah, a band that is not a lot talked about. They changed sounded quite a bit as well. They released totally 4 releases, I think. I have the first 2. I used to have the 4th one as well, which was way different. But I still need to re-grab that someday, and then I'm missing already the 3rd one. But yeah, interesting band from the Rotterdam area, I think Schiedam, if I'm correct. But yeah, interesting band, and a band that not a lot of people talk about, so it's really nice thing to pick this one up. I saw this for €5. So that's ridiculously cheap. I think this goes more on Discogs for this one. So yeah, it's not an album you see very often, let's put it that way. I also count for the next 2, by the way. But yeah, fantastic to have this in the collection. The first 2 albums, and I'm happy. That's are my 2 favorites by far. So yeah, good stuff. And I picked 2 albums up from Morphia. Frozen Lust is the 2nd album from 2002, I think. Symphonic Death Doom, probably you could call this. Band from the Netherlands as well. Really nice album. This is an album that was released on a label. This is on Fear Dark. The Fear Dark label, and this one is one you can find, and it's not super expensive. It's affordable. Let's put it that way. If you find it, you probably have to import it because outside Europe would be a bit more harder to get. But if you like your symphonic death metal, then you definitely will enjoy this. Good stuff. Really happy to have this one. I also bought their first album, and the first album is one bit harder to get because this is a band's own release, Unfulfilled Dreams, from 1999, I think. 98, 99, somewhere in that era. This is a band's own release, and this is harder to get. If you find this on Discogs, you gotta pay up for this because this is not cheap. And it's not as widespread on a label, so it's 1998. Here it says more on the death metal side, this one. Although there is some keyboards already, or do I say that right? Yeah, there's already some keyboards here. So yeah, good stuff, people. If you haven't checked out this band Morphia, it's again a death doom metal band that is not a lot of talking about, and yeah, I'm happy to have this one in my collection. Awesome stuff. Yeah, good to have in my collection. Happy with these CDs. There were some weird picks maybe in this stack of CDs, but hey, if it's cheap, why not? If you don't want it, you can always get rid of it, but probably this time I will keep the stuff, especially but we get in the mood to spin that kind of stuff, and then want to spin it again, you have to rely again on Spotify if it's on there. Sometimes Spotify also throw things off in cases of copyright shit and stuff like that, so to have something in your collection and you can always grab it is nice. So over to the records. I bought some records as well, people. First 3 were 3 for €20. Not specifically super stuff that is not defined or something, you know. And most of these records are pretty nicely defined, although the Highway Child I don't know. Anyways, we start off with Vardis, 100 miles per hour. 80s hard rock from the UK. This is, I think, from 1980, band's first album. Straightforward hard rock, boogie rock, whatever you want to call it. I was not super familiar with this band, but I have seen this so many times. I thought, let's buy it now. 3-4-20 is not a bad deal. So it comes with the original Atlantic shitty sleeve, although there is polylined in there, so they've taken care of that. Logo, black vinyl of course, and logo labels. Yeah, nothing really a lot to talk about on this one. I'm not, like I said, I'm not super familiar with this band, but I'm definitely want to check it out more. I see the Vardis album. I see also a lot of time. Maybe sometimes I can pick that up as well. I don't know if I like this then. But pretty nice condition. Here and there of course some usage on the cover, but hey, it's an album from 1980. It's an old pressing, old UK pressing, I believe. So yeah, you know, why not, people. Next up, Michael Schenker Group. This is the first thing they released. This is from 1980, I think. On the Crusher label is this one. Hard rock, heavy metal. Everybody knows this. It's a no-brainer. So yeah, I'm happy to have this one in collection. Just going with this inner sleeve, also for the label. There's not a lot of nice stuff on it. Yeah, Bad Company is nice. I see here. Is there anything else that is important to me here? I don't think so. Mostly is reggae and other stuff. Anyways, like I said, it's on the Crystal label, so here are the labels, and of course on black wax. So all these records are actually on black wax, so I don't need to show that actually. Most of the time, all these old records are on black vinyl. So, but again, another Michael Schenker release added to the collection. I have one already, and there's one still I need to pick up from the record store, and it's about time to do that because those 4 records are lying there for a longer time, so it's about time that I pull the trigger to go there. The other one I had for the deal was Alan Parsons' project, Ammonia Avenue, 1984 album. Art rock, prog rock. This is more on the softer side though. The band got more popular with the Eye in the Sky album in 1982, and they changed sound a bit to a more sound that is more accessible for more people. So this is definitely on the softer side though, but still another nice release, and one of many Alan Parsons project albums I own now. And original inner sleeve here, and here are the labels, so that's nice. Yeah, nothing more to add. If you know Alan Parsons project, then you know what it is, and I'm happy to have this one in my collection now, so nothing wrong with that. Let's see if I can get the sleeve back around it. Yes, re-sleeving on camera, always a win. Next up, I paid a bit up for this one. Same seller, but I wanted to have this. This is Highway Child with Storybook Heroes. Hard rock heavy metal from the Netherlands. This is band's first album on the Lark label. As you guys can see, it's 1983. Yeah, the time that hard rock heavy metal is coming up. Drummer on here, Ernst van A, which also became later in Threnody. is one of the band's drummers in the later era of Threnody. But in the 80s he was this band. Great drummer. Original inner sleeve here. So that's nice, and like I said, it's on the Mark label, so we are the labels. Yeah, good stuff, people. I really like the artwork for this one. Again, Space Team, the really bright for Space Team album cover, but it's still really nice, and I'm happy to have this one. Good stuff, people. I'm happy to have this one, another Dutch gem in the collection. He had a lot of good stuff in there, but yeah, you had to pay off for it if you want to have it. Like 40 euro albums, were not strange, some 50 even. So, but yeah, maybe next time. I think this guy is every year here, so we'll see. Anyways, Highway Channel. Good hard rock heavy metal from the Netherlands. Go check it out if you haven't heard this yet. Storybook Heroes, first album from this band. Next up, yeah, classic band Thin Lizzy. Saw this and I thought this is an album I don't have yet from them, and I want to have. I really adore the cover for the longest time for this one. This is Chinatown. 1984 album, I believe, 82 and 84, but if somewhere in that niche, could be mistaken there. Anyways, is there a year on here? Probably, but I can't read it. So really nice album cover. It's really nice. Happy to have this. This is a Dutch pressing on the Vertigo label. Here's the label. Good bands, everybody knows Thin Lizzy, so I don't have to explain. This is a pretty decent album and a really cool cover, and I wanted to have it for the longest time. And finally I have it in the collection, so that's really nice to have. So I'm happy to have this one here. And the last one I bought at another seller for 20 bucks or something, I think. This is a German pressing, I think. Scorpions Taken by Force, 1977 press. Really happy to have this one. Really neat condition, as you guys see, straight corners and everything. So not a lot of usage. Yeah, there's a little ring wear here but that's the only thing. And here is the inner sheet. And this is, yeah, used but not really bad. There's some wrinkling and stuff, but this is the RCA Victor label, of course. But yeah, fantastic album, guys. An album I really like, so I did want to have it, and finally I have it in the collection, people. Good one to have. And the album cover is always a bit weird by me, that have the band names like this on the front, and then it's pretty easy actually, almost the same as the back, only that has the song titles also. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, good stuff, people. Go check it out. Scorpions Taken by Force, a fantastic album, and yeah, definitely happy to have this one. So that's all the stuff I bought in Zwolle Blauwvinger Dagen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. It's a lot of stuff, I know. I will name the albums in the description in case you are curious and want to look some stuff up. Of course, don't be afraid to do that. Awesome stuff. Go check out these releases, and hope to see you guys back soon with a other new video. Thank you, take care, and see you guys next time.